Welcome back, motherfuckers, to more Dead Space. Last time we got the engines refueled, now we got to get them up and running. But first, I want to go ahead and buy the pulse rifle. There's one section that this is going to be really beneficial for. How beneficial? I'm not sure. But it gets the job done. And that's all that matters. So like with last video, I don't really feel like I have a whole lot to talk about, so one could argue that the commentary for this video might leave a lot of dead space. Huh? Huh? No? Well, don't blame me, I didn't come up with the joke. Surprisingly. Anytime this... Alright, thank you, elevator. Okay, so first thing we want to do is scavenge for items. And then we'll go from there. So how y'all been? How y'all doing? It's actually been a couple days since I posted the last video, which is...
This is Temple. Now the centrifuge is offline. We've got 4 trillion tons of rock hanging off our ass, and without that centrifuge to balance the ship, the gravity tethers will pull us straight down to the colony. I'm heading in there now to see if I can fix it.
Pretty unusual for me. Well, we know he did not manage to fix the thing, because if he had, well, there wouldn't be a task for us to complete at the moment. Sorry about all the jump cuts, but they're going to persist throughout this entire video. I don't know what to tell you about that, except I'm not exactly good at this game. And I was just trying to show off that there is a bench there. I'm going to go with the line gun to start with this next section. We got to go through decontamination procedures.
Decontamination sequence activated.
It's probably going to be annoying. Say probably when I've already played this section. You can imagine, decontamination is never a good thing. There are clearly enemies hungry for Isaac ass. And to be honest, can you blame them? Aren't you hungry for some Isaac ass? Oh yeah. I can be pervy about non-female characters too. Whatever. Apparently I was wrong in last video. I was watching last video back. And apparently using that secondary attack with the line gun only uses one shot. I thought for sure it must use a couple, but I guess not. Which is cool. And apparently some of the random whispering actually plays a part in the game later on. Which is interesting. Oh god. This is me running around because I have no idea where the enemy is. Damn! Dare you! Just die! I have plenty of plasma cutter ammo and I am not afraid to use it. I think I have like a full 10 boxes in my storage. Plus I brought 2 full ones plus the clip fully reloaded.
Decontamination sequence complete. Thank you for your patience.
Go fuck yourself, computer. When we started this journey. I'm swimming in plasma cutter ammo and I'm sure the game will give me more throughout my journey. Although I will expend a lot of it. Which is cool. Need to save up the line racks. Just a little bit. This is a random thought, but I was watching a video about Deep Space Nine the other day. And I thought it was funny that the person doing it talked about how in Star Trek they're always bringing up artifacts to the ship or to the station. And how tragic for them it would be if what they brought up ended up being the marker from Dead Space. And I kind of want to see that Star Trek. I want that to be Discovery, honestly. I want those folks to bring up something and then it's the marker and everybody dies. And then Isaac comes in to save the day. But he's the only one who survives. Because that's proper. Till Dead Space 3, then you have a second playable character, and I assume he survives as well. But that's several years away. I am not doing Dead Space 2 for a while, so Dead Space 3 will be even longer away. I think the time between Uncharted 1 and 2 on my channel. That's what you're looking at. I took the liberty to go back to the save point, not counting this save point, where we started this video. I'm on open door. I figured I had an abundance of supplies, and those air canisters I'm not going to need.
Exiting zero gravity. Entering zero gravity.
We never actually entered zero gravity, much less time to exit it, computer. Not sure what your problem is, although this ship has issues. Just like before, a bunch of enemies showing up, and I'm not sure where they are, so I'm just running around like a madman until I figure out where they are. Oh god. This is a much easier to navigate zero-G area. The first one, I had no fucking clue where the hell I was going. This one's not so bad. Now granted, I don't stray from the path. I can easily see myself still getting lost. It's quite cool. Jim, I think he's dead. Just to be sure. Yeah, he's dead. But seriously, that's how I want Discovery to end. Actually, I take that back. Their third season premiere, that's how I want it to go. They pull up the marker from Dead Space and everybody dies. Then the show ends. Yeah, so you just stasis and then telekinesis these things and you're good. Not too difficult to figure out. Been drinking it a little bit. I'm hoping the alcohol will help me with the commentary. Probably not. Same thing here. And you have enough time to do this before the enemies actually swarm you. When I saw that body of the enemy, for a second I was like, oh god, I hope that's not something trying to attack me. I have a feeling this game is going to go build up ammo for one gun, use that up while you build up ammo for another gun, and then use the other gun back and forth. Primarily between the plasma cutter and the line gun, as those seem to be my two primary sources of weaponry. I'm not really sure about the other two. I'm going to use them this video. And according to the shop, apparently I purchased the flamethrower. Although I don't remember doing that. Here, I actually know where I'm going and no jump cuts necessary. It's either that or since I have 4 weapons, maybe they just won't let me buy another weapon. I'm not sure. But I didn't see the flamethrower in storage, and I heard the flamethrower is shit, so I'm not really interested in using it. And that's your stasis refuel if you need it. And once we're done with that, we can move forward.
Centrifuge activated. Re-establishing balance with planetary cargo. Gravity restored.
Awesome.
Entering vacuum.
Why is it suddenly a vacuum? How does that make sense to remove the air just because you're restoring gravity? That makes absolutely zero sense.
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
I was just being attacked.
Dude, I'm being attacked by enemies right now. I'm not sure what the fuck your problem is. Unlike you who are just sitting there like, oh my god, I think I hear something. I'm getting molested here, alright? So fuck off, you almost made a racist joke, but I did not. Be sure you don't run into that thing because apparently that can kill you. I did not find out, thankfully. You for the health restore. Air restore, whatever it's called. And there's going to be another enemy over here, so be ready. You pretty much have to hit every one of these alcoves because, damn you! I don't think you have enough time to skip one before getting hit by that thing. I could be wrong though, but probably not. It moves pretty fast. Almost done. You can upgrade your suit's air capacity, which might be useful. Come on. I definitely did the hand cheat for the air at some point while doing this. That's why I won't be focusing. At this point, I'm waiting on the air to come back, so I could not use the save point, which is annoying. The game is nice enough to provide you with another air refill right there, which is cool, I guess. Last one we saw, I went ahead and went all the way back to sell. Since I have a hand cheat, I'm not really worried about the air upgrades. I'm sure it would probably still help out. And here's where we get to use the machine gun, or pulse rifle, whatever you want to call it. I do not know how to aim here. I tried using the normal button to aim. Not really working for me. There's like a big yellow mass you're supposed to be aiming for. And I knew what I was aiming for. It's pretty obvious. But it seems like Isaac just aims wherever the hell he can, which I can't really blame him for being dragged. But still, that's kind of annoying. Burned a lot of plasma rifle ammo, which is okay, I don't mind. It's not a gun I'm going to use a metric shit ton of. At least not yet. I'll use it one other time this video. And the Tim Owens we picked up last video, I'm only going to use that once this video. But at least I'll use all 4 guns, so that's cool. And I am actually pretty sure I have not purchased the flamethrower. So I'm not sure why the store won't let me purchase it. I mean, admittedly, I'm not interested in using it at all. But still, I would not mind showing it off at least. Even if it is shit. Get ready, there's going to be another enemy that's going to show up, and here's where we're going to actually use the Ripper. Tim Owens, do your thing! You know, I'm not really a fan of bands replacing their lead singer, but I was totally willing to accept Judas Priest with Tim Owens. I was on board with that. Now, the 2 albums they did with him, I didn't find were very good, but that's something altogether different. I don't think the albums had bad sounds or anything. And since I took a lot of damage and enough power nodes, I decided to go ahead and upgrade my suit, which will of course upgrade my health. Once you do this, you get a free health refill. I probably could have just purchased healing items and healed, but I figured, you know what? I could deal with the upgrade anyways. It's fine. It's all good. I have a feeling I'm going to end up with plenty of money by the end of this game. I'm not really too worried about money. It's probably my easiest to use resource. And fuck that enemy. I don't actually have an issue with it since it died easily, but still, fuck it nonetheless. Hey, we haven't had a phone call in a while.
Isaac, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's Kendra. They attacked me, I ran for it, and Hammond just... he just disappeared.
Kendra? Where are you?
Nice to see you're alive and well, Hammond. I've barricaded myself in the computer core. I can hear them moving outside, but I don't think they know I'm in here. I can launch into everything from here. I hacked the route and found some reports from the colony. Even before they cracked the planet, the colonists were experiencing widespread dementia. It seems to be related to some artifact they found on the planet. Something called the marker. I'll keep looking. I've got your location and I'm going to unlock the door to fuel storage. You can get to the engine chamber from there.
Yeah, if you'd done that earlier, then we could have just gone there and avoided all this mess. I guess not. We had to repair everything anyways. Still, would have been nice to be able to just go straight to where we need to go and not have to go around all those extra areas. But no, the ship has to need all kinds of repairs. At least the objectives in this game are tailored towards our character. At least in this chapter. The ship is damaged, it needs to be repaired, and Isaac is an engineer.
Entering vacuum.
Oh yeah, so we're in another vacuum area already.
Entering zero gravity.
Took me a little bit to find this, but that's where we need to go. I take damage here and I'm not sure what the hell from. I think I get hit by something. I don't know if there's a piece of machinery going around. Must be what's happening. I thought I was running out of air, but that's not the case, so I'm not sure what was happening there. Pretty sure some piece of machinery must have hit me, but I can't see what the hell happened. I'm not sure if there are any extras in that area if you explore. I didn't want to find out, I just wanted out of there. I was really hoping for a save point, but we're not going to get one for a while. And you'll see me look for one quite often. I'll be doing that a lot. Sometimes that'll be cut, sometimes not. So this is kind of odd and annoying because this area is really loud and kind of disorienting actually. I don't like it. The first thing you can pick up in here is a schematic for the medium med pack. Picking that up will allow you to actually purchase medium med packs in this store. And there's a bunch of alien goo in here, so be careful because you can't run. There are 3 levels to this place. The first one, nothing dangerous is going to happen. The second one, there's a little bit of danger. And the third one will be a little bit more danger. Power node, yay. I'll be using that on my line gun later. Text log, I don't know what it says and I don't care. But you can read it if you want. But yeah, I'd kind of like to see a story of the Star Trek ship that things did not work out for. You know how with the Enterprise, both in Enterprise, the original series, and Next Gen, Voyager on Voyager, and then of course the crew of Deep Space Nine, of course things are going to work out for them because they're the main characters. So everything's going to work out. I'd like to see a story of the Farragut or the Traveler or just some random starship where they go to explore something and things just get fucked and nothing really works out for them. Could be entertaining.
This is Temple. Screw the engine. I can't restart it by myself, and with all the other shit going on, it's obvious this is sabotage. I'm heading for the bridge, and then I need to find Elizabeth. I gotta get her off this ship. It's not safe.
It's not safe. I guess we got a little bit of that on Voyager with the Equinox. And of course the Next Gen had the Landry, which we didn't actually see what happened to them. I'm sure there's some other derelict starships as well. Of course the Valiant on Deep Space Nine. the Defiant on the original series, so I guess we got a few, but we didn't actually see them fuck up. I was gonna cut me looking around here, but there's that weird sound and I wanted y'all to be able to hear that. So bizarre. And there are these weird bodies downstairs. If you explore, you can look at them. I'm not gonna show that, but they're there. I'm prepping because another one of those swarm enemies is gonna show up. They pretty much hit me every time. I heard that this pulse rifle is good for these things. I cannot see the dude that actually gets me here. Fortunately, I'm full on item space, so I'm just going to end up using a med kit at some point. But still, it's pretty damn annoying. Hey, buddy. Tough day, huh? Just lay down. You deserve a break. You earned it. I'm only stomping you because I think you deserve to get hammered. I don't think there's anything else in here. At this point, I realized the state of my inventory and I decided to use an item. We're gonna pick up another suit. I discover off screen the increased item slots. There's 3 or 4 of them with the next suit we're gonna pick up, which will be really helpful. I really wish plasma cutter ammo stacked a little bit more than 25 rounds. Although it's better than Silent Hill 4, which stacked only about 10 at a time. And then of course Silent Hill Homecoming, I don't think you really stacked bullets at all in that game. I think you could hold like 12 or something like that. It's pretty pathetic. Yet that item is not actually useful. Especially considering there's a stasis refill right there. Oh God, so many bright flashing lights! Run! Like we're at a fucking rave or something. I do like that that enemy gets squashed by the moving doors there. And I like that these enemies aren't very smart. It makes sense if they've been deformed and turned into whatever the hell these things are, then they wouldn't have very much brain power. Got another swarm, which is annoying. So far the swarm has been my least favorite enemy to fight. Apparently you can prevent that one enemy from creating monsters out of bodies by destroying the body's head and arms. I would take out the legs just to be safe. I wish I had known that for last video because I would have done that. Oh well. Not a big deal, I guess. Not sure if I see another enemy, so I'm just trying to be safe at this point. Not sure what I picked up there, but cool. So with that stasis pack I picked up, my goal was to sell that, but unfortunately I'm going to have to use it here in a bit. Mainly just to clear space. And this thing I'm going to need here in a bit. It does take me a while. If you've been watching this LP, you've seen me try to navigate things. I'm trying to move it in a place that'll be easy enough to work around later on. That door will be unlocked here in a bit. First things first, I want to save. And then I want to pick up that explodey thing and bring it over here, which I've already done off screen. Pick it up. It's basically a free hit on an enemy if you use it right. So right now I'm just waiting because once you open this door there are enemies, but they take forever to show up. Die, motherfuckers! I hate you! And I went back and saved because I killed those first enemies without getting hit, so I figured it's probably a good idea to save. Since I'm right there. No match for the stasis. I do love slicing their legs off like that. That's pretty awesome. Nobody asked you for your opinions. If your opinions don't agree with me, then they're wrong. Which makes me just like a YouTube commenter. Now stay dead, you dick. There are a number of items you can pick up in here, most of which I'm not going to show. I did a lot of exploring off screen. The item you pick up off of that thing you can sell for money. But I did want to show that there's a power node in here. Definitely important to pick up. And during my cut, I also took the liberty of moving some red barrels over near that ramp. To activate that, we're going to run up that ramp. One I did not show is the one right down there, which I will use. So I was setting this up because once you activate that, you're going to get a bunch of enemies. And unfortunately, I did not use one of those barrels, which kind of ticks me off, but oh well. Some other use of the plasma rifle. Did about as well as I expected to do in this section. There's also a stompy box up here. For me, I had line racks, which I picked up all but one. That's why you saw the pickup for the one. Oh my god, just die. Really? Really? Isaac's a loner. He doesn't want a hug. He's very self-conscious. He does not like physical contact with other people. Die! Nobody likes you! I mean, I guess maybe Nicole he kind of likes physical contact from. It's hard to say, considering clearly they're a thing, but he's been separated from her. So maybe he doesn't even like physical contact with her? Hard to say. And here's where I unfortunately have to use that stasis refill. At least it serves a purpose, but I would rather have used it to sell for money. Since I do have the hand cheat to go ahead and refill my stasis, which was very nice of the developers. I like hand cheats whenever I can get them. It's kind of the perfect hand cheats too, because they have the ones for refilling your stasis and refilling your oxygen, as well as some extra power nodes and money, but they're not game breaking. It's not like it's infinite health or anything like that.
Engines firing.
Which I would love, but hey, I'll take what I can get. Something to make the game a little bit easier, but not too easy.
It's working. We're online and functional. Finally, some good news. Get a tram to the bridge, Isaac. I'm gonna take us back into a geostation.
Wait, we're not safe yet. Ship's asteroid defense system is offline. On the way up, the ship's going to pass through a debris field thrown up from the planet crack. We'll be ripped to pieces unless you restart it.
God damn it. I'll start working on it from here. Isaac, meet me at the bridge. You can do more good here than I can.
Well, when I see Kendra and I hear the word crack, I think of something entirely different, which unfortunately we're not going to see. Bit of sad news. Within the last couple of weeks, drummer Neil Peart died. Unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Neil Peart, one of the best drummers from any band that I listen to. From the band Rush. Very sad. And not too long ago.
Isaac. Isaac. Where are you? It's me. Nicole.
I definitely got Silent Hill vibes from that. Reminded me of the phone call you get where it's Cheryl going, Daddy, Daddy, where are you? I'm pretty sure that's not Nicole, though. I think I know how that all plays out. And I'm actually pretty sure I know what happens with that. For the most part, I don't mind spoilers in this game, but that I would rather not have spoiled. I'm pretty sure I know what happens, but I'd rather see it for myself. So that stasis pack I'm going to take over here and sell. That ammo I'm going to take and go ahead and store. But that's all going to be off screen, so you don't have to deal with that. We got a schematic for medium med packs. And I took the liberty of upgrading my line gun, both the damage and the capacity. That's why I used the capacity. That's why I used the ammo on the line gun fighting that one enemy we just dealt with, because I knew I was going to upgrade the capacity on it. And every time you upgrade the capacity, you get free ammo. Let's go ahead and blow this popsicle stand. At least this section of the popsicle stand. I don't really understand why that saying is a thing, but whatever. It's fine. I'm sure nothing bad's gonna happen from here on out.
Isaac, come in. Kendra's right. The ADS is completely shut. I'll need your help to fix this. Kendra, if you can hear me, see if you can get into the ship's reports. It sounds like you have better access from there.
When were you going to tell us about the artifact, Hammond? This marker?
I don't know anything about that. It's referenced in the captain's records. They brought it up from the planet.
It's on the ship?
In cargo. They think it's of alien origin, but I don't know what the hell it is.
Really? CEC didn't know anything about it. You're lying.
Back off! I am not the bad guy here. We're all shaky right now. You're gonna have to trust that I don't know anything about it. We've entered the debris field. Get to the captain's nest. I'll explain everything later. Hammond out. Hammond out.
It's interesting that she accuses him of knowing more and lying. Just saying, it's a little bit interesting. I'm sure this quarter is safe. Nothing's gonna happen. Hell. Oh, hey, it's like a petting zoo. The animals are here and they're hungry. Let's go ahead and feed the animals. Here you go. Here you go. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Can I pet you now? Please? No? So we can do that again. Ask me what happened with the video there, because I have no idea. Well, I guess at the very least we plugged up the hole. I mean, we can't leave just a hole laying there. Gotta plug it up somehow. And we get a store upgrade. For some reason, now we're allowed to purchase line racks from there. I'm not sure why we weren't able to do that before, but I have a healthy supply of them, so it's not a big deal. Let's go to the bridge. I'm sure this is going to be smooth sailing. We're not. God damn it.
Warning. Hull breach detected.
Isaac, impact on the bridge, right at your feet. I'm reading heavy damage, but containment looks solid. Life support is stabilized. We've got to get the ADS working.
Bridge, come in. We've been boarded. Repeat, the ship has been boarded. We are under attack. Open fire. How are they? They've already killed most of the deck staff. We need security back up here immediately. Guns are useless. We can't hold them back for very long.
I do like that the audio log doesn't supersede the dialogue we were already getting. That it just comes on afterwards. That's nice. And I'll show where we're going a little bit better later. we're gonna backtrack here in a second anyways. So there's a save point, you can go ahead and save. I did. I didn't realize there were 2 staircases, but whatever, it's fine. So the thing I wanted to pick up is down here. And then I'm going to go purchase the upgrade. This is the upgrade for the level 3 suit. So it took me a little bit figuring out how to get there the first time walking through this area. So I'll show it at normal speed when we're going back through here again. But I wanted to go ahead and purchase the level 3 suit. I'm not sure if there are any built-in upgrades for purchasing this suit. I know the item storage is increased by at least 4 slots, which is really helpful. For now, let's go ahead and step into this area so we can change your suit. This thing needs to hurry because now I really need to pee. Fortunately, we're almost at the end of the video. But seriously, it is getting pretty bad at this point. Alright, so now I'll show you properly how to go where we need to go. Alright, I'm done. Store. That's all I needed. We're good. Move on. Oh, what horrors will await us after this section? I'm not sure. This is as far as I have been in the game. But for now, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. And I will see y'all next time with more Dead Space.